Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to Week 5 recap. We had a few awesome things that happened this weekend and a few negative things. What do you do? Peyton Manning didn't get as many fantasy points as, say, Joe Flacco, Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, Carson Palmer, Jameis Winston. I mean, all these people I'm naming got more fantasy points than Peyton Manning. Okay. Gostkowski, a kicker, got more fantasy points than him. Adam Vinatieri, Phil Dawson, Mike Nugent, all these guys got more fantasy points than Peyton Manning. It's crazy. So, Mike, I know that you wish he'd have done better, but you still got the win. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. The first matchup we're going to talk about is Colorado Antlers versus the Corn-Fed Fatties. Now, Mark versus Brandon. Now, this is close to being the closest game of the week, but it was not. It was not. Mark, you had Marcus Mariota in there instead of McCown, which is all right. You put Doug Martin in there. You swapped out Hillman, which is a good thing. You had David Johnson in there. You put in Spiller. That really doesn't matter. Travis Benjamin got you 14. A.J. Green got you 13. James Jones got you, 15. Owen Daniels got you a goose egg, though. And the Packers defense, wow, 24 points. That's pretty neat. For you there, Brandon, you had Joe Flacco in, got you 26 points. Forte, 21. Duke Johnson came in there for 13. Evans got you 7. But you know what? You could have won here if you put Eli Manning in and Marcus Wheaton. You could have won, but you didn't win, and that's okay because we all take losses every once in a while. Mark, you won this one, 121-111. Congratulations on that. Moving on, the Death by Taxes and the Colorado Reapers. Now this is Dave versus Mike. Now I thought this was going to be closer than what it was. Matt Ryan, Dave, he really let you down. He was projected at 22. He only got you 6. Gordon did better than he was projected. He got 6 more points, which is good. Eddie Lacy didn't do as good. Keenan Allen didn't do as good. Martavis Bryant didn't even play, for that matter. Emmanuel Sanders did better. Your whole team, besides Emmanuel Sanders and the Patriots defense, and Melvin Gordon, every other player on your team underperformed besides them 3 players, which made you the loser in this matchup. If you'd have put in Shane Vereen or Amari Cooper, you could have won, but you didn't. You get the low score game of the week, 102-79 to you, Mike. Winston, he was on your bench. He did better than Peyton. Riddick did better than Abdullah. Abdullah got negative points. Let's see here. Seahawks defense did good for you. Deion Lewis, wow. Look at that for the Patriots against our Cowboys. Anyway, 102-79. Congratulations, Mike. But Dave, you get the low score game of the week trophy. Congrats. All right, next. Buckeye Nation and the Fairway Flyers. We have here Aaron Rodgers, Giovanni Bernard for you there, Brian. Let's see here. Antonio Brown. He didn't do as good as he was projected. Not at all, really. He ain't going to do that well until Rottenberger gets back. Eifert, wow. I tell you what, guys. I think Eifert is going to be the top fantasy tight end this year so far. Well, so far he is. But I'm thinking throughout the season he will be the top fantasy tight end. But we'll see what happens. Most points scored for you there, Brian. 152. Jonathan, you had Andy Dalton in there, did good. Todd Gurley, he is really coming in to play good for you. Rodgers got you 10. Johnson got you 25. But, Jonathan, there's nothing you could have done. You scored 125 points and lost. Okay? Usually people score 70 or 94 and lose. But you scored 125. Don't be mad at it. It was Brian's week. So there's nothing you could have done. I looked in your bench. There's nothing you could have put in there. Nobody that would have helped you out. But anyway, 152-125. Most points scored goes to Brian. Congratulations. Next matchup, we have the On Fire Hooligans and the Texas Keg Standers. Now, Chris, he mentioned in the little message board earlier, and he put in quotes, "Ha ha ha, on fire hooligans," and I had a feeling that he was going to win, but he did. It was close. Ended up being the closest game of the week, by the way. Bortles had 36 points, Chris. It could have been worse. You could have beat me. You could have destroyed me. The Bortles had 36. Barnage on your bench, and Gates, like you said, 90 points on your bench just sitting there. But you didn't need it. However, on my bench, I had DeMarco Murray, Royce, John Brown, Jalen Strong. Even the Cowboys defense, who got negative points, did better than Jacksonville. If I'd have put some of those players in, I would have won. But, you know, the way that DeMarco's been playing, I didn't think to put him in there, which is okay. I got 94 points. Chris, you got 103. That's a 9-point victory in the closest game of the week for you there, Chris. Congratulations. When we are moving on to the final matchup, we have the Big Blue World Champs and the Taco Corp Eskimos. We didn't have a come-from-behind victory this week. This game was projected to be the closest game, but however, it was not. By far was not. There, Rodney, you had Tom Brady in there, LeGarrette Blount, who didn't do as well as, say, Yeldon would have done. Justin Forsett did really good. Hopkins, Calvin Johnson, Kendall Wright. He should have put in Golden Tate instead of Kendall Wright, but it's okay. The Bucks got you 16 points, and the Lions got you -5. Okay, the Bucks were on your bench. If you'd have put in Golden Tate, T.J. Yeldon, and the Bucks defense, you would have won by 1 point if Jeremy would have kept his same lineup. However, he had Russell Wilson 14 points. C.J. Anderson didn't do good for him at all. Only got 5. That's his low scoring person on his team this week. Devontae Freeman, for a few weeks in a row now, is destroying fantasy numbers. Odell Beckham got 25. Brandon Cooks got 21. Demaryius Thomas only got 10. What do you do? Heath Miller, 7. The Broncos defense tied for the most points scored by a defense this week for 24. Let's see here. Yeah, the Broncos had 24. Who else had 24? The Packers had 24 points. So he had a good defense in there this week. 144-106 is the final here. Jeremy, you didn't get the most points scored game of the week, but you did get the big win, the biggest margin of victory. So congratulations on that. That's it for the recap, guys. We're going to go into the standings now. On the NFC, it hasn't changed. Just the records have changed. Buckeye Nation 3-2, the Reapers 3-2, and the Antlers at 3-2. The Fairway Flyers at 2-3, and the Corn-Fed Fatties at 1-4. In the AFC, a few things have changed. Since I took a loss, Jeremy moved up in the top of the division because he scored more points. Even though I've got him beat on the tiebreaker for head-to-head, he's still got more points right now. He's at 4-1. I'm at 4-1. Taco Corp Eskimos 2-3. Hooligans 2-3, and Death by Texas at 1-4. So there we go. We didn't have a come from behind win. We almost did if Rivers would have passed another touchdown and maybe 50 more yards. It would have been fine. But guys, that's it for Week 5 recap. I hope y'all have a good week. We'll see you again on Thursday. Goodbye.